So, hey, good morning and peace and light. So, when you see this, how bad it is out, I want you to know that this hat is probably 4 years. I've had it 4 years. Okay? So, along with that, I want to point out that in that 4 years, there's been a lot of stuff that has gone on with me, from demonstration of mistreatment, from the center of control that I be warning y'all about. See, when you have a control center, say you got a good mother and a bad father, or vice versa, that's still your control center. You're not going to be able to talk about the goodness of the good parent without having to give a concept of consideration about the inadequacy or the adversity of the bad parent. That's the way this works. So now watch this. When I'm laying here and I'm telling you I'm at 62 years of age, and everything that has gone on in my life, I have paid attention to diligently because of that aspect of needing to. See, when you have a system around you as to where you are adequately suited to be a sufficient provider for yourself, but because you won't play by someone else's rule to help them induce and conduce a world of degeneracy, they would deliberately stagnate and block your path. And then if you stand up to them and say, you know what, I see what you're doing and everything, then they got all these people, because of all the money that they've incurred from religions, false incarceration, writing all the goddamn tickets, everything I've been telling you all about, is to where they have tried over and over and over constantly for 20 years to kill me, to stop me from warning you all about what's going on. Now you all see all these structures around the planet with obvious indication to what this guy is talking about and explaining to us. And with these structures, there's no one else on earth that can do that. So it's all adding up, especially when you're women. Know for a fact that there is validity and proof in them wanting to ostracize you out of your system of greatness so they can replace you with Jesus Christ. He's suckling now. Okay? But in that magic of Jesus Christ, there's constant sunlight and the immediate eradication of black people and the woman. Then we see the you-know-what's wanting to come in and replace the removal of the woman, and we see the you-know-what wanting to replace the brilliance of the melanin essence that's coming from me. Okay, you don't have them anywhere that's doing and showing any type of understanding of how this universally works. But what they're trying to do is dog my light out and put me in a circumstance where any house you have, we're going to fuck it up. Any truck or bus or anything you try to have, we're going to fuck it up. Your children, your family, your jobs, anything. If you don't play ball with me, I'm going to destroy you. And I'm like, okay, well, you see this starship that you're trying to make me think you're not worried about? Likewise, I'm going to destroy your ass. So now, my seriousness about bringing the availability of the advantage factor that we have in America to understanding of all the American citizens, because I need to do that, because we constantly got these guys out here stalking around that want to kill me. When you guys listen to me and you understand that what I'm saying is true. Okay, you know that it's accurate and it's precise. You scratching your head saying, well, we saw what happened to him, and he survived that by himself. And with everything, we was all on point to reject him, turn our back on him. Everybody was doing that. Everywhere I went, I seen people that I knew didn't think I knew them following me around. Okay, saw them. I seen the people that was watch me walk into ambushes that they knew I probably couldn't walk out of. So I know about the unavailability of sufficing help. When everybody is so lost in the world where at all costs we need white to be dominant. And the whole bringing it to your factor understanding that this is a black universe and you're an idiot. That concept and that foolish ass ideology that impels you motherfuckers to try to induce a template that must be conduced off of the same bullshit that we all know we see everywhere. Stealing organs, perpetuating shit to get people off balance. We can't have people working and functioning as one because they would have no need for us. They all get together and grow their food together. So there'd be no supermarkets that's sending all this goddamn garbage everywhere because everyone would just come with whatever device they made from nature that they keep from ever and fill it up like it was in the old days and take it. And it's biodegradable. So when the pieces of it start breaking off, you just go right back to nature, get something else off the tree and fix the damn thing. But you can't do that if everybody done cut all the damn trees down and replaced it with concrete structures that they have boarded up now and everybody's sleeping on the damn concrete street. So somebody like me come around and I want to walk barefooted so I can stay grounded with nature. And everywhere I go, I see it's concrete. And I know what they're doing, see, because I read the charts before I got here. You see all these portals behind me? See them? Okay, somewhere before I got here, there was arrangement with me to understand the dynamics of this planet so much well, so as to where when I pulled up here, I was laying here in bed, and I looked up at the sky on the ceiling, and I saw myself looking at me. And I looked hard at it and I said, what are you doing up there? But this happened after the purge. Purge, what are you talking about? I literally had a purge. I was telling y'all about that. I could smell it in the toilet. I could see it. Okay. I could smell it and see it coming out. My urine, my feces, my body odor. I knew that there was something going on. There was an internal source of cleaning. See my face? Look at it. See how droopy it is? It's really weird. I look in the mirror and I wonder, who are you? I'm changing. I got all this. See, they want to tap into what I've worked hard to get without doing the work. With everything about me being eons of existence, of intelligence. They with their little dumbass, stagnant ass minds want to see how they can. And then if they can't figure it out, we'll just kill it. That's why the earth is dying, because of them. Wanting to be dumb. Wanting to do everything that's outside of the ramifications of nature. So much so as to where they got you all in the belief system as to where when I come here and try to say to you, no, that shit ain't true. You can actually regenerate the cells in your body. You can get new teeth if everyone work together instead of letting corporations get together where getting your teeth fixed costs you, where you have to go in debt and freaking put a mortgage on your damn house. See, that's ridiculous. When if we all was working together and being responsible for ourselves, from the gate, you wouldn't have to pay that much money to go to college to learn how to be a dentist because we would have all put our resources together and had a center of approval that we all know is manifested around the ramifications of all our best interests. And so we will make sure that everything that's needed to be in there is in there because we're building a future of dentists for ourselves. So when the time arranged where we need dental work done, we don't have to worry about taking no goddamn mortgage out on our houses to get it done because we took a mortgage out on our labor and our time when we were younger. And we built us some dentists. So as we grew older, or as we aged, our children that we put through school be the ones that could come and fix our teeth for us. Not in this world. No, we're going to commercialize everything. And everything about our commercialization is going to make it where we'll have devices in your house that we could just stop working whenever we want. We'll take pictures of you all day. You walk around with your little dick out. You trying to do whatever you're trying to do in your house. And we are filming you. And we will be bold and blunt right in your face to show you that, remember you was doing this? Well, look how we dressed this white guy up to look just like you. Look, he has the same clothes on like you and everything. And look, he's having the same interaction and is responding to his interaction. It's the same way you responded. So we're watching you, boy. That's what he had. So that's why I let them know that the only way this type of stalking and terrorist harassing can continue to go on is because it is ordained by the government and supported also by the government, meaning the never-ending facts in my face of Donald Trump would tackle me when he was president and him still belonging to that organized system of terror and fear. that is still at it right now. Dwindled off a lot, you know why? Because there's division in the government as to where some people is like, this guy is not to be fucked with because we've been watching him. And I know you have. Because when I was in Chicago, y'all, I went through. And see, the fact that I have that ESP that I have, extrasensory perception, I can see things going on and occurring all the time around me that is so weird. Nobody knows about it but me. Gotta get my teeth fixed. I tried to tell everybody, if I had that gold teeth in my mouth, I can heal everybody around me. I'll be sending out a spiritual essence that you could not walk past me without feeling that shit. They know that. That's the reason they want me destroyed. Because that'll stop you guys from having to be in the hospital. But they'll still find a way to do something to the food or something with their little devices they got that's sending these signals that's making everybody hurt all damn day and have to run to the doctor so they can prescribe you with pills. So I'm the troublemaker by being here warning you guys about these diabolical space travelers. There's always travelers in space, and I'm right behind their ass too. See, if you look at the demonstration of some of my pictures of what we wrote in stone, the Hornet. With all those starships and everything, I'll show you one day. They stole all that off my computer and kept it for themselves. So I mean, I have to do the work over. So they've destroyed about 7 computers, including all this stuff over here. All right, I can't get anything done as far as using those computers because the devices that you have to, cameras that you have to transfer to computer hard drives, they get in the middle of all that and fuck it up. They put agents in your camera as to where they can remotely control your camera through that agent they put on your camera that you can never get rid of. They will also use that agent that they put on your camera to sabotage equipment that you connect that camera to. If they're watching you really hard, like they are watching, if you think I'm lying, go listen to the tarot readers. They'll tell you they are out to destroy all of the original starseed, who is all of us. So a lot of you guys out there, it's the same thing, but you'll be like, no, I'm not going to tell anyone anything about any of this stuff that's going on with me because I don't want to be stalked. I don't blame you. It's not a pretty thing. That's why I'm quick to let them know all this shit you're doing to me, I'm sending it back to you. In case you guys want to understand, since I was a baby, they knew who I was, and they've been around me all my life, tampering with my progress. Okay? I know y'all say none. Yes, they do that. They read those birth charts because your birth chart is like table of content to a book to them. So they can make predictions, if you will, about what type of person you're going to be. If they see you're going to be a person that come out here and have something good toward humanity, being uplifted and brought out of that system of contaminant as brainwashed sheeple property, they not going to let you fly. And if you have a good enough chart as to where they see you're going to be some major super star or something like that, they'll let you get to a point where you are proving that you're on your path for that. Then they want to sacrifice you and steal your organs. Wow, right? That's real talk, y'all. I know y'all say he crazy. You can ask a lot of people that tell you, no, he ain't crazy. This is real talk stuff, okay? You know, people give it to you, say he ain't crazy. There's a lot of us movie stars out here that done been trying to get into this guy, rob his ass. And I'm walking around so tired, y'all. I'm saying, damn, where's all my energy? They all vampiring it. So now that I know they've been doing that, my brain is putting a better defense. And they wouldn't have been able to do it as a solo person. But it's just so many people around the whole damn planet that want to steal everything that I've worked so hard to become. Becoming vegetarian, giving up sex, doing the proper rituals and reading the proper books, okay? Deleting everything that is nothing but a contaminant system of fuckery that have your brain so stagnant, just like the systems of these governments, as where you have a government party that's divided. One side says Democrat, the other side says Republican, and it is in control of a country that has the nerve to claim by its mission statement that We're the United States of America. So go figure. Me and my wife live in a house. We're married. She lives upstairs and I live downstairs. We never ever have anything to do but point the finger to one another. And our children that live in the middle of the house, okay, are the ones that suffer the most as we keep in their face reminding them of how much of a unity they have to be with one another. And then because of our inability to be that oneness that we should be, they suffer. And we just tell them all the time that our inability to deliver their sustainment to them is based on the other person. So eventually they have no choice but to either pick up all of their system of bullshit, destroyed occurrences, and make their success themselves, or they'll go down the road and continue that same bullshit generationally. So that's what we got here in America. If you don't understand how important it is to say, okay, well, we can't call ourselves the United States of America as long as we got a government that's Democratic and Republican. And that's the reason why people like this guy could be here 60 years contributing, and from his intelligence that we all see, he obviously could have been a great person if it wasn't for, them tearing up his bus, them trying to do magic to get him killed, bringing all kind of electronic devices on both sides of me to kill me. And me being aware of that, I'm laying here with my brain being that it is, keeping me constantly aware. I'm saying to me, don't worry about that money. I got this. I gave them some instructions to give you that money already, and they think that them being disobedient and stopping you is not going to be any type of burden on them, but they are wrong, because I'm going to kill the people that did not follow instructions about making sure you get your money. So that's where we are, and I'm not going to be timid to tell you all that shit, because you all make it very clear to me that you would like me dead. And then along with that, you better pay attention to how these communities are being burnt up, and this community has been seriously highlighted, classified, and this file is right on top of all the other files, behind all the bullshit that I just went through. And the main thing is, I could have rolled up in here and you all could have given me my money and let me keep moving. Instead, you had set up a trap to make me die here. And included in that trap was your sorcery and your wizardry that got everyone and their mama involved with you in this whole area. Whether you did something yourself through way of your own steam, or with the person that's still in the continuance of every night you on the mountain and all that dumb shit to try to make me die. And I'm sending that shit right back to you constantly, right away. It's going to come right back and get you. And where I'm at is this. The hesitation to do right when you have an opportunity to, when this guy right in your face and it's obviously that, and then what your motive is to make sure that these women and these children remain in the system of victimization by you. And then all of the black people that's quick to follow me, that give you money and say, take this thing and follow his ass and make sure that you just raise hell for him all day. And that's what y'all did. The guy who did the repair for me, and the guy who you sent after me with all those fobs. Don't think I don't know about that, because I do. All the key shit that went on and all the distribution and everything of you guys working in concert with each other to make sure that I fail is what I'm talking about. When that file got put on top of all the other files. It is the profiled file right now. Everything that went on here, when you all had watched, and I told you who I am and what my mission is, and you all decided we're going to work with the devil. And that's who I am here to destroy. And by you wanting to destroy me, you let me know right off the gate that, okay, I need to get serious with them. So I'm going to send them out. So the stalkers and everybody with this ill intent to make sure that I don't do well, guess what? I'm sending it right to you. I'm going to make sure that all that eagerness to make sure that my heart start beating, you're going to get that too. You need to know that. All this energy, these lights and everything that I've showed you all about, that is the true source that gives me the wisdom and the drive to be that I am, that you all want to steal from me. You think that you're going to literally kill me and sell my organs to someone. And you got to use the steam that is genuinely me to even come to me, to accost me. So do you think I'm going to let you come and kill me when I am your source of induction? You can't believe that though, because see, this black face and your lack of understanding about how this shit works tell you that I can't be great because I'm not white. Well, let me explain how this works. You are in hell, and the worst understanding of being in hell is being in hell. Completed, demolished, of melanin. Especially with the attitude that we're going to victimize children, kill women, traffic everything. We're the factor of slavery. We got our Bibles in everyone's face, and we're constantly demonstrating nothing but evil magic on the world so we can keep control of everyone's family. And we'll be in your school forcing you to teach your children to be controversial to the ramification of nature around the system of reproduction and moral self-guidance. Your moralized self-guidance should not be, if you will, your self-guidance in this universe should not be misconstrued, or challenged. No opposition to what the universe ramification is should ever. The universal post orders about how this system of regeneration and reproduction on this earth will not be challenged at all. We have zero tolerance to that shit, especially when the filthy induction of that gives you a group of people who wants to, in your face, tell you this is what we're going to teach you in school, and the curriculums around real education is all descended, and the ascension is going to be based around the contaminant of the reproduction system as we sell all these guns everywhere, and there's drugs everywhere that we know was induced from the distribution of them out of the medical profession. So when you see this type of terror in your face, you got to identify that as being what it is. And, you know, because everyone is afraid and really non-courageous these days, it has really festered and gotten so bad as to where I got to come out here and right in front of everybody's face say, the universe is whooping their ass because of their lack of love. Okay? Right there. Which you can see when you look at it, it's really a vagina. But their lack of love for women told the whole world that that was a heart, and we know it's not a heart. It's shaped just like a woman's vagina. And along with that, if you see all the different compartments that I drew in the middle of that, you can see where they placed those chocolate nuts. Do you understand? Look what I'm saying. Right here. Departmental. Put a nut in there. Put a nut in here. Put a nut in there. The chocolate candy I'm talking about that we all give the women on Valentine's Day. We give her own vagina back with those little white sheaves in it, the same thing that look like those little tea strainers or coffee strainers, and we put what? Chocolate in them with nuts in it. Symbolically, she don't realize that we just gave her own fertilized vagina back, but it was fertilized with the black genetics. That's the reason they put that chocolate in there. They know symbolically in her mind, if left alone, she would pick the blackness of this earth to reproduce. They know that. So they know when they give her her own vagina and she look at it and see all those brown pieces of candy in there with those nuts in the middle. See, that's what I'm saying to y'all about how diabolical they are. She doesn't realize that her brain sees all that magic right there because she's looking at the hump and its completeness with the ovaries and the testicles right in there. And they know this. Why do they know it? because we taught all that stuff in those temples. See, this is like a mall right here. See, with the proper economics and everything, I get it started again. I built all that shit that they destroyed. But the problem is, I can't even, I could go out there and hustle big time and get money. But the problem is, every time I do that, they just destroy everything I built. Because they wanted me to be a person that don't give a fuck about all this stuff anymore. This person that I became is by their design. Everything I accomplished, they destroy it. Just like what you saw happen here. I told you guys, this has been my whole life. Because they read my chart when I was a child. My daddy brought me a guitar when I was 5. Right? I used to play the hell out of it too. My mama gave it to my brother and told him to break it. Imagine that. I sat there and literally watched her do it. She gave it to my brother and said, take this and break it. And he took it outside and banged it on the ground and broke it. She's standing there with her hand on her hip looking at me like this. See, they had already got to her, using her to help them develop that poverty mindset that they knew should never be a part of my template. But it happened because the universe gave me the mother that gave me the soul to be able to deal with what God knew I was later going to be challenged to deal with. So all my life, I hear a lot of the tarot readers. I watch y'all. I do. It's a lot of y'all that I don't subscribe to. That doesn't mean I don't watch you. It means that I just don't want people to know everything that I'm doing. But there is some people that I do want to know, And why y'all say, well, why is that? Well, it's because there's people watching me. And I know they're watching me. So everything I do is all a part of a strategy too. But see, they can't understand that. They can't believe that I could be that damn smart to stay 10 steps ahead of them. So all the helicopters, all the military, everything they got working with the economics, and then the private economics and everything, not having a woman, not having an attachment to a real trustworthy family outside of my family that I show you in stone. That's right behind me. I drew them all in the wall. Can't see that though. So they keep coming in here doing everything they do. Cowards. They can't walk right to my face and be men about nothing. Have an obligation to turn over money to me that they know is mine and just won't fucking do it. So when I be in their face saying, and you see these fires all around everywhere and you think you're going to play me, that's why I came here like that. Because they the same people who destroyed all those temples and forced us as a nation of people to become the rejected degenerates that we all are, that they'll keep, taking the life off, like I just say about Snoop Dogg and the crib walking and all that shit. I ain't mad at you, Snoop. Get your money, baby. But my thing is this. Don't take it personal. Please, none of y'all, don't take it personal. But in your heart, you know what I'm saying is true. You know what I'm saying is true. So we can't all sit around here watching God give us these talents and everything that we have and then let them be all in our face saying, well, if you use your talent, this is what we're going to have to focus on. You sending as your message to the world, which is going to be white is great. Because while we're out there talking about, we're going to slap them hoes and slam the cat, eat those, all the Rolls Royce bills, you're going to see it come to me. All that are bullshit. All of that crap that ain't got nothing to do with who you guys see we really are as a people. Yeah, I use some profanity, but don't I have a right to address this profane world with a suited language for it? I should have that right. Even if I don't have a right to have an apartment that I have to pay to live in without leaving here and knowing that the neighbors and every goddamn body openly work and concert with each other to make sure that everything in my life be so destroyed that I try to commit suicide again because it happened before. The same shit with her. She did it before. She made me feel so inadequate with her bringing those different men around all the damn time and them stalking me as to where I left. That's all they do now. Stalk me and make things uncomfortable for me so you end up leaving. Hopefully before you get your money. Leave or we're going to kill you. It's like, bitch, I'm going to stay here till you get that money. And if I die, we all die. Because I'm going to burn this goddamn city up. I'm going to earthquake, water, everything to the whole damn state. Is what Amon-Ra wants everyone to know. So all this little bitty dull ass shit that they do, because they can all work together. But none of them have any heart to walk right up in my face and say or do a damn thing. But they'll sit around with all their devices, and when I'm way the fuck across town, they come up in here and feel badass into all this magic that's in here and follow them home. And now when they see shit going crazy as hell in their house and can't understand why they're not smart enough to figure out, well, it's because you went in that guy's house. Okay, you broke the law. Even if the law worked with you, that was a burglary. To prove to you it was a burglary, you had people watching out for you, including the police. When you went in this bus and you kept constantly sabotaging this bus because you're working in concert with the banks and everything, and you see he's got some money saved up so he could go on with his damn purpose, but you keep tearing this goddamn bus up, and every time I got it fixed, they tore it up again. Every damn thing that I try to do, they just don't do a goddamn thing but make sure that it fails. So my whole drive about trying to get a bunch of money and put it in the bank, knowing that that's who they are, then stole the world so much as to where even if you is successful and make money for yourself, they will still be in your face telling you about how you're going to get out of step with God in order for you to have some of the luxuries of this world. And I'm going to be right in that face saying, no, because you know what I'm going to do? Because I know you use these telecommunication towers and you victimize people and you inflate the price of every damn thing and you are stealing organs from people and selling drugs to people and pushing around false ideology about some white greatness, and that gives you and your understanding permission to assault and kill non-white people as you turn black people as white as you can and then continue your slaughter on them. History on earth of you digging mass graves and bulldozing people into them under that hidden ass agenda of your white supremacy. Was it white supremacy when all over Nazi Germany you were building up those systems where you killed white people and black people and brown people? But you told the world about the white people that you killed, who you called gypsies. The gypsies were a combination between the black Egyptians. That's why gypsy is in there. Egypt, E-G-Y-P-T, gypsy, G-Y-P-S-I-E, Egypt, gypsy. Do you see? The gypsies that were making union and the Moors, those black people, and the Moroccans, okay, all of those systems around what they want to call Asia Minor, which it's not Asia Minor. How can you say that? Well, because we rewrite history and rename things so we can claim it. But those areas around Spain and all that Mediterranean areas up there that they call Asia Minor, and all those places right there is where you had blacks and whites and civilizations with each other. And what happened is the white people wanted to rule. And they wanted to rule the way we see what's going on now, where people such as myself that was in parliament, and we were saying, no, if we do that, God is going to destroy us. They didn't listen. And all those civilizations were destroyed by God. That's why you can see the remaining structures. Like you're going to see the remaining structures now. If you go to Russia right now, and some real honest journalists go there and take pictures, you'll see those buildings burnt up with no damn indication of no war. Just like I told you about, they told you about the tank battle. But when you look around 360 degrees, the buildings in the back are not indicative of that. See? So my thing is, we have to be responsible ourselves. And we're not going to sit around here forever and watch them create circumstances where they're going to steal all the money from us and make sure that we don't have any food to eat. Okay, now just think about that. You literally sit around it yourself. And we got all these men standing on the corner without a damn thing to do. You know. So summer come and go all the time. And they done gang stalk so many people as to where people just depressed. They're just not even want to go out there. The cost of living so high and everything's so screwed up. But then the worst thing is, these guys that's so broke where they'll take these small trinkets to gang stalk someone so Ahmed Rock will burn their ass up for messing with his son. But that's how broke they are, you know. Where's your moral consideration about what if this was your child? Somebody was doing this to your child. You know, that's the type of stuff I'll be teaching people. You got to watch what you do because it'll come back to you. You know, you shouldn't do that to other people if you don't want people to do that to you or people that you love. That type of stuff is not getting taught. What's getting taught is, when the Lord thy God brings thee into the land, whether thou go to Utterly destroy them. Show them no mercy. Burn up their groves. Utterly destroy them. Just what they did. And just what they're doing now. Still to this day. So I can show you that there's history on the earth that would demonstrate that we have lost guidance of our moral accomplishment. We are off track. Our moral fabric is eaten away by moth. And the people that's building our new blanket for us want to contaminate it with all of their wickedness and the wizardry that make us all be nothing but vomit in the eyes of God and the goddess. So much so as to where God looking at you talking about, what do you mean I don't have a wife? Yes, I do. See? I do have a wife. You understand me? I'll put her on the right side. Where she should be. Wait a minute. Left side. Oh, this heart. This is how it's supposed to be. She's always on the side of his heart. Where his heart is at. All the time. Because he loves her. So he proves that by keeping her inside when they're coming down the street. So the traffic and the people walking by can't get at her without coming through him. So that's why I'm back here. Because you all attacked all these women on this earth. And that was the no, I'm going to whip that ass with that same whip you whipped everybody with. Okay? So get ready. Because I'm using this sun too. That you see on top of her head. And you can see those obvious locks in her hair. That they was telling you about Samson had all his power in the locks of his hair. See? So God does have a wife. And the only people who would try to tell you God does not have a wife is the men that walk around here that want to be women and control everyone and make all of this shit become taboo. As to where we have a world that's destroyed the way it is. And then anybody that come on and say, wait a minute, we have to stop all this stupid ass shit that's going on and try to prioritize what's important again. If you have these separated and you have a man with a man, you better believe that your families are going to be destroyed just like they are. Because there's no balance. That's what's wrong. We have no balance. We have no money. We have no nothing. So you'd be nothing all your life but goddamn puppets trying to get something. That's just it. That's just all. We all know that. So now, if you pay real good attention to how this world is going, you know that there needs to be some immediate changes made. Now, you should go ask all those people with those mega churches and every damn thing. Say, well, what's wrong with this guy? I mean, why don't you go give a shout out to him? Everything he say makes a lot of damn good sense to me. That we all watch. See, that's the problem. When they sit there and tell you that I only got 3 views. Okay, but it's obvious to me and it's obvious to you all that somebody lying. So why would I want to be a person that know that these bastards don't want me to have a damn thing, and everything I have to give to the world, I have to use their template to give it to the world. And God is sitting here saying to me in my face, well, you know what, go ahead and do it, even if you know that energy pirated off of you and every damn thing, because I got something for them. But then here I am in this flesh, and doing this shit makes me so damn angry. I even had the nerves to want to tell the God, I'm not doing that shit. I'm sick of them. Treat me like shit. Treat me like I have no value, like I don't matter. Plus that money that you promised to me, I haven't gotten it. I didn't get nothing. Because those motherfuckers keep taking every damn thing. As they tell the world about us being thieves and show you all those damn clips on Fox News about us running in stores, vandalizing them, breaking the glass. Niggas. But then we see this guy that sat over here and stole all those damn private documents out of the White House that he knew. And where was the goddamn security team at? They should have made sure those thieves never left that building. Because you should have a system of control as to where just because you're the president don't mean that you're accessible to everything. And if we see a need for you to have these records, then you call us and we'll bring them to you. That's how that should go. There should be a system of control around that as to where they are put in a well-secured building that has guards there that monitor every movement and every viewing. And you gotta have a classified, dated, and specified reason to be reading these. I don't care if you is the president, because we don't have that type of supply of real security to govern our nation. You'll end up with him sitting around with a bunch of foreign agents at his house eating pizza and drinking and tooting cocaine and everything, looking at all those files, ready to come here to America and kill all our asses and put us all in those detention centers that they got built every damn where, working in concert with each other. You won't even know that all these people you see it showing up out of nowhere looking crazy at you. We got unknown soldiers. We got unknown police. They will mess you, smoke you. You will never have peace. So I'm letting them know these starships get ready to blow y'all asses the fuck into that Atlantic Ocean behind all this bullshit. Now you guys better really seriously start showing God that you have a responsible bone. And I would really start with considering the fact that, yeah, we know God gave him that money. But we being the devil, we want to sit around here and try to stall him out and make sure he don't progress. And as we do that in our illiterate system of being dumb as hell, he's burning up whole counties of us. So it'd be only wise to prioritize the money that's not worth whole counties of people burning. Oh, no, see what it is we got these egos. It's going to cost everybody. But we're going to answer our egos first. Which means that, get ready. Get ready.